You know I'm old school. This is Donna. You can see. Look at her. It's daylight. It's daylight. I woke up, man. And not because of hubby, because he knocked out. Yeah, he wanted to go for another round, but you know there's other ways to please your mate besides. Because I'm like, I'm not about to take another shower until after Fat Mama get here and after I get her to sleep and give her another bath, because she's always clean. Her parents keep her clean, we keep her clean. I keep her clean, but oh my God. He was trying to, let me find out. Y'all better stop thinking these old folks don't get it on when we get old, because I was young. I should be like, ugh. When my mother told me how old she was when she got, I said, ugh, 45. I thought that was like 90. Like, ugh, mommy. But when I seen her pictures and look back at the memories, like she looked so, my mother at 45 looked like she was 25. She was so beautiful. And not because she's my mother. I might put her pictures up here. And I won't get mad at no old jealous ass nigga because he look like a blowfish, fat ass, molester, motherfucking ass bitch. Why don't you take after Mike Mills and me and do something about your weight, you big hip bitch. Lose some weight, bitch, and feel great, fat ass bitch. And I can't wait to talk to WGT. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you. Oh, you know what's funny? On this table in the den, this is the only magazine I got on the table. You know how back in the day they used to keep magazines on the table? This is the only magazine I keep on this table in memory of Prince in the den. It's People Magazine Special Collector's Edition celebrating Prince. That was a pretty ass nigga if you was into light-skinned men. But that's the only man I'll continue to say that can take your man and take your woman at the same motherfucking time. And both of y'all like might start fighting over. I'm fucking him. No, I'm gonna fuck him. I ain't trying to be funny. No disrespect to his memory. But he was a sexy motherfucker. And if you notice, people try to say, well, he was effeminate. He was this and that. Guess what? If he was effeminate, guess what? He was so good at what he did. He knew how to choose the people around him precisely. And he reminded me of me. He felt it. They say he was in metaphysics. Well, whatever he was into, guess what? You know, I got on my white and black, my duality colors. Man, I just woke up real quick. And I ain't had to get nothing out the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, shit. I thought I heard the doorbell. I said, Donna, why would he use the doorbell when he got a key? And he knows the alarm code. And I'm like, I was dreaming that Fat Mama was here and that he couldn't wake me up. Well, I've been up, but guess what? I'm going to get a nap in. Fat Mama is going to go to sleep. I'm going to feed her. I'm going to find out when was the last time she got fed. No doubt she probably got fed. I don't know why I can feel my baby. I feel my granddaughter. I think she got fed she might be getting fed as I speak. But she's a breastfed baby too. So her mother sends a lot of breast milk over here. And you know how you can freeze it? By her being a breastfed baby, I got a feeling that she's feeding right now. And so I sound like she's a vampire. She's feeding right now, like on the movies. But I'm just gonna have to and they make sure she has plenty of breast milk. And she's being introduced to the formula. I think now she doesn't really know the difference. Long as it's milk, because she's so greedy. And no, she's not diabetic. My baby not diabetic. I pray up against every illness, every sickness, or anything against my grandchildren or my children. Oh my God, but I woke up and my husband said, Donna, the doorbell didn't ring. I said, yes, it did. He said, Donna, he had to look. My husband, it's so funny how he deal with me. I love him. I love my husband so much. How he does me. He says, Donna, why would he ring the doorbell when he has a key and the code to the alarm? And our daughter, he calls her our children because, hey, he's married to their mother. Those are his children too. He says, and he admires it. He said, and he told me, because the way he was brought up, you know, his dad and his mom, they were broke up. But you know how relationships go. Like, if they mad at each other, they witness arguments. He said, he used to, one time my husband cried. I said, because I had never seen him cry except for when his mom died. But that was the first time I had seen him cry because his mother wasn't nowhere near dying then. He said, I cried because, I said, are you crying? He just got a little misty eyed. He said, I really admire how you and your children's fathers and they get along. He said, and how I get along with them. He said, that's something to say about you as a woman. I said, baby, thank you. And he got some pussy because of that too. I gave him some pussy. That shit made me feel like it shouldn't be no kids watching this shit. So that's if your kids watching this, then you a badass parent because you know you turn your kids loose to shit. But children, if it's some teenagers watching this, okay, pussy ain't nothing but a cat. So I might be talking about a cat, right? But the point is this. He said, well, let's put it like this. We made love. He made me. I mean, he wasn't even expecting that. I just made love with him because it touched my heart. So I'm a sentimental chick. And this is before I got in my 50s. I said, that is such a nice compliment. He said, but with a baby mother like you, he said, I can understand it. He said, shoot, if I didn't know any better, he said, if I was insecure, he said, I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't want you back. I said, they both have moved on. They both have marriages except for my ex-husband. He's about to get divorced. But that was back in the day. He said, shoot, I would try to get you back. He said, because, I said, baby, it's because it can be done. I said, but it took a lot of my mother schooling me, telling me, don't never talk about your children's father to them if they're not whatever doing what they're supposed to. Let the children find out on their own. They get old enough. She said, children have a funny way of growing up. They'll find it out. And they never had to go through that. I'm not saying, oh, they were the best. Yes, they were the best. When I think about it, because our little spats were, I didn't trust new girlfriends. I used to be like, I need to meet her. And then when I meet her, because I would already feel them. I said, you got a new girlfriend, don't you? They used to be like, especially my son, he called me witchy. He said, you're just a witch. I said, no, I want to feel her. I want to see her. Because I want to look her in her eyes. Because it ain't just about you all knowing who I'm with. I need to know who you guys with to let the bitch know, bitch. If you try any motherfucking thing, if you even pinch my child, bitch, you got to answer to me, ho. So that's what I basically said in so many words. Hi, my name's Donna. I'm his ex-wife. I'm quite sure he told you about. And then you know what my ex-husband, my son's father did? Because the other marriage was annulled in 6 months, but we were married because of our parents. But the second marriage with my son, do you know my son kept our wedding pictures all plastered against his wall and everything, even after they got married? And I'm not trying to be funny, but that was, you can call me ugly, but in my younger days, man, I was a bad ma'am pajama, like the dude that live here, just as fine. Them bitches, that bitch, she didn't like me. Any bitch he dealt with, they would be like, if you're not with her, he even told me what bitches did. He did it. That nigga knew what he was doing. Because if he wasn't serious about the bitch and it was about pussy, he kept my pictures up on the fucking wall. He kept our wedding pictures. He had copies of that shit. And I'm like, what about your girlfriends? They don't say, I said, I got pictures of me and you in our photo album and stuff, and, stuff like that. I said, but why you? He said, don't worry about it. He said, because I loved your ass and you didn't want to take me back. No, he was being catty as a male. Like, look, bitch, I'm just fucking you. If I'm serious about, and guess what? When he was serious about the bitch who wasn't about shit, he took my pictures down. That bitch was determined to get them pictures taken down because the bitch is 4 years younger than me. And guess what? To this day, guess what? The crackhead bitch looked like she looked like she 90. The bitch looked like she 90. And she came into a little money when her mother died and got her a truck. And she tore that the fuck up because she must not have no insurance. Because the bitch is walking. Working for the state has its advantages. Yeah, it ties into all factors. To the Secretary of State, to this and that, state income tax, whatever. Working for the state has its advantages, believe me. And if you got other people that work for the other branches, yeah, you can find out a lot of shit about people. But I'm not an information hound. But I did. Because of him, he asked me. Because he wanted to know where to serve those divorce papers at. I said, nothing but a thing, baby. I said, but see, you can't discuss it on the state phones. You got to call me on my phone. And he called me on my main phone. I told everybody that didn't want to know something. that live here. I said, if you want to know something, they have cracked down, so they are recording every move that we make, even farts. So if you want to talk to me, call me on my phone, not my state cell phone that we are both given, that we have to turn in at the end of the day. And if we forget it, oh well, long as you got a charger. But we're not. We have our own phones from the state too, believe it or not. I don't know about where you work, if you do, but yeah, we have our own state phones, and we have our own cards they make out. So if we were there and there was no answer, we leave both our cards, or we might leave one. It'll say blah blah blah, blah blah blah, fax number. It'll have office number, this and that, and then I'll leave a little note. We'll leave a little note. We were here on because of a call of blah blah blah. Please, ASAP, get in touch with us as soon as possible. ASAP, as soon as possible, concerning this matter. If not, we will be coming back and get in touch with you. Please get in touch with us, because there was no answer. And I've heard bitches behind the door rattling around. I've heard them say, who is it? Now, if it's a real serious case and somebody lying on your ass saying, she over there got a gun to their head, oh, the police have to come, and they will open up. They'll kick that motherfucker in. Because if somebody lying, and that's what's happened, these people, I hate disposable phones. Not for the reasons I use them, but because these motherfuckers, they get mad because your man going with this chick, or you don't like your sister-in-law, or you don't like your neighbor, or you're jealous of the bitch, or you're telling the truth. Sometimes they tell the truth, though. But these bitches that lie, and it's up at this, or men, I'm trying to get my kids taken. That's not the right way to go, because if they can't find nothing wrong, okay, there's food in the refrigerator. The children, we check them over. There's not even no old bruises. There's no scars, anything. Look at this right here on my hand. That came from, can you see it? It's a little spot. That came from when my ass was frying chicken for him the other week. That came from that. These kids don't even have that. Because by me having melanin, those kids don't have that. And they darker than me. There's no marks or whatever, but that does not mean they weren't molested or whatever. But the lies are told that there's no food in the house. The house is, fucked the fuck up. The kids are being molested. They don't go to school, this and that. You come to find out, you check out everything checks out. These children have excellent attendance. The children, if you get inside the house, there's not even, as I call, a house odor. The house smells good. Remind me of mine with Febreze. Febreze takes two little inserts. They're more expensive, but I love Febreze. Febreze is so strong. You come through my house, and that's one reason I be coughing or sneezing, because of the Febreze. But I love Febreze. It's not the mask or odor. It's just, I love my house clean and fresh. I keep it clean, and I use Febreze. And I love it. And I use the cheap-ass Awesome from the dollar store. Yes, I do, the mop. Yes, I do. I don't like old-school Pine Sol. That's what I grew up on. Pine Sol. I can't even stand the smell, because that's all I smelled growing up. And it's nothing. And if you don't have anything to mop with, put some dishwashing liquid and bleach or detergent that you use your clothes, powder or liquid, and some bleach, and clean your floors. But make sure when you put I call them rags. Anything that if it's an old towel that just got destroyed because I bleach everything so much and it tears holes and everything so quick, I call them rags. I bought rags, and those are the ones that I mop with. But I have a mop. Unless I really don't feel like getting on my hands, it's like, oh, my back don't feel like it. I'm going to mop today. The point is, or instead of going on all fours, and I hate when my husband is home when I do it. I'm not trying to be funny, but we all have had sex if we grown, haven't we? Unless you're the world's oldest virgin. That man, you can't get on all fours with him, because he know when I'm at home by myself and it's just me and him, I be naked. I like to be naked or walk around in bras and panties, and sometimes just a t-shirt and no panties. You can't be on all fours around him, because if you do, in a minute, it's just like a dog that's in heat. If the female in heat and the men pick up on the scent, the males pick up on the scent, he entering me. People help me. I'm getting raped by my husband. No, I'm just joking. I threatened him one day. He said, Don, are you serious? I made him think I was serious. I said, yeah. I remember one lady won a case about that, about being raped. She really was being raped, but how can your husband, still it should not be rape. But if he's entering you without permission, how many men do that? Come on now, keep it real. Women, you got a man. And some of these motherfuckers, some of you bitches will never get married. They never been married. But you got them on. I mean, you might have a man living with you. It's just like marriage. And maybe he's a good guy. He just never got around to saying, will you marry me? Men are so visual. You have to watch what you do around them. You know, it could be somebody that you could have a young man over that's painting. You say, oh, he's trying to make a hustle this summer. He's working his way through college and he's been painting and doing odd work jobs. You can't sit up there, even with my old ass. You have to watch yourself. I'm not saying the body's so tight, but it is tight. It's tight and right. Oh, and it's oh so right. Them big ass legs, these big ass pretty legs and shit. And look at it, it's daylight. But I woke up. But he said he's dropping Fat Mama off at 10. And they're going to be heading out for the conference. The conference starts at 6. But what do you guys want to do from this early to 6? It don't take that long. It take about an hour, almost 2 hours to drive to where you're going in Ohio. Why do you have to? I'm just joking. I love my baby. I love my babies, my grandbabies, and my babies. But the point is this. You gotta watch yourself. Now, if it's your son or your nephew, of course they shouldn't be thinking like that towards you. They should be immune to, but then it's a certain way to present yourself in front of your children and in front of your family members or your brother or stuff like that, unless you motherfuckers get down like that. Now, you got the right to wear shorts and, you know, mini skirts and stuff, because damn, how many women don't? They shouldn't be sexually starved like they in prison. Like, I ain't seen a real woman in years. I just seen these faggots. The point is, oh my God, that's what got me in trouble. And that's why I'm ammoed up. I should have put on my camouflage shit, but that's nothing to sleep in. Those are clothes that I wear out in the street that he bought me, all my camo shit. And I bought my other shirt the other day that I wanted. This other camo shirt that I saw behind some shit that he didn't even pick me. I said, I wanted that shirt too. He didn't even pick it. He said, but everything he showed me, he bought everything on them videos. I love my hubby. The thing is, I got on my bra, my sports bra. I got the dual colors. Like I said, duality. Is that demonic? Is that Masonic? The duality colors, the checkerboard. I love black and white. I love the duality colors. Get mad. Oh, yeah, she got on black and white. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, Donna talks shit. But this is a lot of ammo. Pull these tight ass see-through that you can, big leg ass. You got to get past these big legs. And if you got to be careful taking this off, because this is cheap. This was like, of course, $1. This is really a bracelet. That's why I have to make sure I get the beads like in line right on my ankle, because it's really a bracelet. But I wear bracelets like this that are stretched as ankle bracelets. But they're really bracelets you put around your hand. But look how big my legs is. They big as fuck. To be a size 8, I got the biggest fucking gams. I don't care. I'm going to brag about it. If you got bird legs, well, I'm sorry. God didn't bless you with that. But my mama had big legs. My mama was a Coca-Cola bottle built chick. See, I could be wearing this around like up on the west. No, I got it covered, ass covered, all that, with no panties on, because I am tired of, because see, if he wake me up with this, and especially when it get close to 10, I just woke up. Quiet as kept. I can't prove it, but I think he tried to do something. He already did something. That's why he had to take another shower. Dude, you a man. You could have stood off from that shower later. Oh, excuse it. Oh, sorry, babe. Did I wake you up? We're not sleeping on the regular level of the floor. Sometimes we got to sleep in the guest bedrooms, because what's wrong? What's wrong? Was you in here jacking off, baby? No. I'm just fucking with you. Why would you jack off when you done took pussy and shit? Taking pussy from your wife. Who takes pussy from their wife? Shit. But we do it sometimes. We will sleep in a different bedroom because we can. And it's really because of me. I be like, baby, this room don't even get slept in. We ain't had company in a long time. Let's sleep in this room. Forget going downstairs. Let's make it easier. And one reason I like sleeping in that bedroom that's on the floor of the den, I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. Just know when people come from out of town and they do sleep in that room, we have blessed that room with our presence that we really prefer that they don't sleep in there. Because I'm not lying. I'm trying to, spirits do exist. I'm telling you, it's a sexual spirit in that room from me and him. But that's good from me and him. It's a sexual, not perverse, but it's a sexual spirit because we don't believe in fucking kids and dogs and cats. But guess what? In a few minutes, I'm about to cook my baby this. Look at this. I'm going to make fuck McDonald's egg McMuffins. This is what I like to cook my baby. The English original fresh English muffins. I got the large eggs, and I only use those for cakes, but I'm out of medium eggs. I'm out of small eggs, so I got like 4 dozens of large eggs. It's not going to hurt because I got to do 2 cakes and send them to Birmingham, Alabama, to my son's cousin who sent money for that. But guess what? She sent money for 2 cakes, and guess what? I sent her the money back, and she don't know it yet. I sent it right back to her because she owes me nothing. She is such a beautiful woman and a beautiful spirit. She's a councilwoman down there. She hasn't been married. She doesn't have children, and she adopted my son. My ex-husband's cousin. They went to college together. She adopted my child as like an honorary child, but by that being his cousin, he calls her auntie. If my son was a lazy, no good for nothing shit, he could call her right now and say, Auntie, I need this and that, and be on crack. She would give it to him unless I say, look, your little cousin that you call nephew, he's on crack. Don't give him no money because you got to show him some hard love. What? Yeah, pray for him because he don't need that shit. But this woman, she tithes to the church. She's always, and she cries about how she you know what, because she's from the old school, but she born in 59 like my ex-husband. They both born in 1959, and she cries. She said, you got a wonderful husband. She met him in person, and she stayed with us a bunch of times. We refused to let her stay. She was talking about, I'm going to stay out here at the airport. I said, really? Over my dead body? I said, you better take that shit off your credit card. And she said, oh, cuz I didn't know you cuss like that. I said, hell yeah. I wish you would stay your ass at the damn airport, fucking airport, and rent a fucking car. Now, she rents a car, no problem with that. Because she is not going to drive from Alabama to Detroit. I don't blame her. She don't deserve it. I mean, but she owns 2 franchises, what she does for a living. And she's very well known, especially being on the city council. And that's all I'm going to tell you about her. Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah. She's on the city council. Mm-hmm. And been there for years and going to be in there until she die. But she's older than me because she's born in 1959. Just like, wasn't Michael Jackson born in 58 or 59? But my ex-husband is born in 59. I'm born in 63. But she wants 2-pound cakes. And she sent me the money. She said, how much? I didn't even know what she was doing, trying to be slick. I said, she told me this the other week. She said, how much do you charge? I said, well, I charge this much for my pound cakes. She said, which ones do you do? I said, I do pineapple. I do sour cream. I do Bavarian cream, and which that one I created. Bavarian cream, and I do the 7-Up, except I don't use 7-Up. The only secret I'll tell you people, for you people that do pound cakes, except y'all's are probably dry. My cake, I've been told by Masons, non-Masons, men, women, everybody. But the reason why I say Masons, because at one time, Masons was the biggest customers that used to order shit. When the word traveled around, I had Masons coming across the Ambassador Bridge to get, and I had never heard of Armenia. And then I realized Kim Kardashian, and before I even know Kim, they live in Armenia. It's right next to Jerusalem. This man said his mother-in-law is Armenian, and she lives with him. She's probably dead by now, I think. She's probably dead. Maybe not, but she was the chief cooker in that house. And if you notice about people that from Canada, it was an underground railroad, And where that's why there's a lot of, if you see a lot of people like Weeknd or different people, if you notice, they look like they mixed up. Like Drake, he's Jewish and whatever. Not saying they are products of it, but a lot of people from in Windsor, Canada, which is right across the bridge, called Ambassador Bridge from Detroit. But nowadays you have to have a passport, and for us Detroiters or us Michiganders, I'm glad they made it easier. It happened since 9/11. We have to buy, if we want a license to be able to get through to Canada, we have to pay $40 for a license, driver license, because it has a built-in passport just for Canada if we want to go across the bridge. And therefore, it has all our info and everything. I remember going across the bridge with a poodle. You had, before 9/11, you have to have papers for your dog or you could not enter the country. And some of them were so prejudiced. State your business. I used to see people get pulled over. They have those mirrors, like with the long handle, like those, you know how they do the phones, and you can take the phone sticks, where they had the mirrors under the cars. I said, ooh, if they telling drugs, they gone. I have remembered so many people, and I had to bite my tongue because it's duty free. I mean, there's no taxes, but I don't want to go to Canada no more because they have approved the law. It's okay to have sex with animals. So what's coming next? It's okay to have sex with children. But what's stupid is an oxymoron. You can have sex with animals, but they say don't penetrate. Now I'm going to give you time to marinate on that. It's okay legally to have sex with animals in Canada, but you can't penetrate. Okay, was that enough silence of the lambs? Okay, you approve a law and say it's okay to have sex with animals, but you can't penetrate. So that's like saying, and look, I'm against, my first thing that I hate in the world is child molestation and child abuse. Physically, mentally, emotionally, especially sexually. How dare you take away their innocence? And it's not because of what I did for a living, since I'm retired now. Thank you, Jesus. But, well, that's my other phones. I got my other burnouts. They just popping off because some people is contacting me. They probably done seen some videos, or let me be quiet. But WGT, no, I'm going to be contacting you today. I know what the problem is. I just figured it out. But keep your Google Voice open. And if not, we'll figure it out, okay? And then after I contact you on Google Voice, I'm going to give you one of the numbers, one of the main numbers I answer. And if you prove to be a good boy, I might give you the real number. But anyway, do you hear all that going off? Because one of these numbers, this is one of the phone's numbers I give out the majority of the time. And it's social media related, and so many people are contacting me. They are contacting me. They probably saw my videos, like, but damn, I had to let them know, look, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't trust everybody. I can't give you my original real number. You know, and these numbers I do on purpose. There it go again. It's going on. I love playing games. Putting addresses to the fake numbers, because prepaid, you don't have to. If I call them about my prepaid and say it's not working right, or the bars is not, what's your, okay, well, they want to get your info. I might say Kim, or I might say Latasha Kardashian. Oh, are you related? Yeah. What's your address? You remember the Monsters? It might be 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Where are you located? Detroit, Michigan. Because I got a 313. Some, I even have St. Croix, Virgin Island area codes. It doesn't matter. It's going to always lead you to a dead end. That's why it's funny to me. People going to get me fired and my husband fired. It ain't happened yet, and I'm about to retire. I'm so disappointed at you motherfuckers that threatened me last year about getting me fired. What the fuck happened? You motherfuckers supposed to be pros at this shit. My husband's still gonna be working. What happened? Like I said, we love a good lawsuit. Slander, baby, slander. She drinking this early in the morning. I just woke up. It's a little white wine. And I'm not drunk, but oh my God, I just woke up. I hope I don't got shit in the corner of my eye. My breath don't stink. I put in my husband. I said, boo boo. He said, what, baby? He sleep because he off this week. I said, did my breath stink? He said, no. I said, tell the truth. He said, baby, you just went. I said, I didn't brush my teeth until the last shower. And that was before, I remember I was tuning to Mike Mills, and I hate that I missed this whole show. But I got to listen to the whole show. I'm going to do that probably in a minute. Listen to the whole show. I said the first time I get to his live show, and then it's about to cut off. It cut off in like 15 minutes. He said he about to go. I said, damn. So I'm going to listen to the whole show. That's my boy Mike Mills. Now get mad about it, bitches. Get mad, niggas. Niggettes and niggas. Get mad about it. Get mad. Like Jeffrey Osborne say, why you get so mad about it? I understand a lot of you have warned me, don't get too close, don't trust him. How do you know we weren't already close? How do you know if he not my nephew? How do you know if he ain't my nigga? How do you know I live in Michigan? How do you know we're not divorced? Like one of his enemies, I saw them in a different light. And guess what? They used to be cool with me and say what's up to me all the time. Mike Mills don't talk to older bitches. Older bitches? You don't like this motherfucker. This motherfucker dogs the fuck out of you. And you said he don't talk to older bitches. Well, it's an exception for everything. What if he is talking to me? What if I do go down there and fly down there for one day and come right back? What if he do come up here and he doing videos from here and he don't show his face and I'm sitting right next to him? What if? What if he's related to me? What if? What if he didn't bring me on here for some bullshit? But I'm a cool ass person. What if? Boo Boo Kitty know what's up. Boo Boo Kitty, the only one that know what's up. And she don't know about Mike Mills. That's some new shit for her, but I ain't got to even bring it up. Because guess what? Boo Boo Kitty don't give a fuck. She's not going to be like, what's this about you and Mike Mills? She don't give a fuck. Because what we talk about is girl talk and about what's going on in our lives and the spiritual realm. Encouraging each other about some shit. She don't give a fuck about Mike Mills. Because guess what? She's not a gossiper. I've never heard her talk. She don't talk about nobody. She don't talk about male or female. You know what she said that was beautiful? Ashes 611. You know what she said about Ashes 611? She said, Donna, she really is a sweet person. You know, in other words, I'm glad that you squashed that with her. Because Ashes is really a beautiful person. I said, I knew it. But I was being a bitch, and I was getting at this nigga. I don't even know if he's still on here, this person. And I'm not going to call him a nigga, but she was mad because of some shit I said about her, and it really hurt me when I saw some shit it's probably 4 months old now or 5 months old. I said, she's still holding that against me. I don't talk about her no more. And I had got rid of my videos. And that's when I said, you need to apologize to that woman. Because it was never about her. Only because she stood up and said some things about some people that she cared for. And I said some things about a baby. And I said, God forgive me. Did I call the baby ugly? Or fuck that baby or something? I said something. And she said, how could you? Because she has a forthright, upright spirit. And she's not for no bullshit. And she don't even know after I said that at that time, I repented. Because you don't talk about babies. I don't care if you think they ugly or pretty. You just don't do it. But it's not as bad as molesting them. But I guess you're like, damn, you went as far as that? But that's because of the type of woman she is. She's a forthright woman. She's an upstanding woman. She's that stand-up kind of woman, you know, and she just didn't agree with it. And I feel her, because if I was right now, if somebody did that shit, how dare you, motherfucker, a bitch? But I was talking shit about her, telling lies on this woman. How many of you can come out here and say, you know what, I talked about this person and I lied on them. I made people think that they were telling me things, and she didn't. I abused my gift of discernment and of the prophetic and made them think that she was the one telling me all this shit. That's why Boo Boo Kitty thought, are you a witch? Boo Boo Kitty kept it real. Are you a witch? Because she didn't understand how the fuck she know all this shit. Nobody was telling me shit. And I'm not bragging. But I blamed it on Ashes. And it's another lady I need to apologize. Oh my God, I got to think about it. Boo Boo Kitty, when we talked, you can make me remember. Remember the lady I talked about? I think she lives in Seattle, Washington. And I talked about her being a Vicodin head. I called her a Vicodin bitch. Her. She's another one. I lied on her because I wanted their camp to break up. I wanted them to be paranoid of each other. Now, how many people can admit to their wrongdoing? I don't do shit like that no more, especially on social media or in real life. Social media I haven't done shit like that since I was a teenager in school. That's what fucked me up when I did. And I said, damn, Donna, you did that shit. That's why I took down a lot of them damn videos. People probably got them recorded. Who cares? But, hey, fat ass. And even Asher said, and you lying on him. But I bet you know now, I wasn't lying on him. At that time, there was no documentation. There were some accusations that had been brushed off, but it wasn't a big deal because I remember like one time I got real in depth in his records last year, and it was like I had to get up and go because we got a call. It was like you got to hit the field, like damn. But the point is, it was nothing that was like, because sometimes there can be people lying on you, and it's a good thing when you don't have a record, but there's recorded documentation saying there was a call called to such and such's address at this date and time, saying that he or she was unfit, or if they were abusing or sexually molesting, or the house was filthy. And then the report ended up as inconclusive. It was nothing. And basically it was a call because somebody hated on them. But people can retract their statements. But see, the law don't play that. You don't lie and get the law involved and shit. But see, these motherfuckers with I can't wait to these prepaid phones as far being used against people. Yeah, they have GPS on these prepaid phones, but a lot of people. But some of these motherfuckers are so stupid. Let me be quiet, because just like some programs, I say, y'all telling people how to get away with murder. When, those movies, on the Lifetime channels or the OWN channel or called Snap, this and that. You're telling motherfuckers how to get rid of motherfuckers without getting caught. But you know what? It's something strange going on in the universe. And I believe it's God. He's like, you're not going to get away with it no more. People are not getting away. People are killing people thinking that they had the perfect crime. They are not getting away with anything anymore. I'm looking at my teeth. I need to go brush my teeth again. I don't want my breath to be kicking when I kiss I'm going to say Boo Boo Kitty. When I kiss Fat Mama. Fat Mama. Fat Mama. All these videos I make now, I'm making copies and I'm sending them to my emails. And when you get to be 5, they're all edited. By the time, the ones that you see, you're just going to see the pretty parts. And when I say Fat Mama, and I already see her, because, thoughts are things. You got to be careful what you say, calling people or saying things, saying fat or this. And thoughts can become things, especially when you're a prophet or prophetess. You can decree and declare a thing and it shall come to pass. And if you're evil, it can come to pass. It doesn't make it right, but you have that authority in your spirit. So I decree and declare that my granddaughter or the twins shall never have a weight problem, that they will be of good health and plenty of wealth. but their health, they will never be overweight or underweight, that they will be just right. I bind up the spirit of diabetes. I bind up the spirit of insanity. I bind up the spirit of molestation. I bind up the spirit of perversity. I bind up the spirit of anger, of murdering spirits. I bind up anything that is not of God, that they shall be everything that God called them to be. If I live to see it or not, I bind it up and send it back to the pits of hell in the name of Jesus. And I cover them all three under the blood of Jesus. Amen. And that's no disrespect. That was a real true declaration of a public declaration, because I'm not ashamed to acknowledge that. If I lived in a certain country, like my Arab friends tell me, do you know if you acknowledge Jesus, your head would get cut off? I said, I do realize that, but I don't live there. I said, but it's coming a time in America that if you acknowledge Jesus, because of the new world order that they're trying to set forth, but God is in control, that it will come to pass that, do you acknowledge? You ever seen a movie with Demi Moore? And Jesus stayed in her house, and the baby's birthday was 2/21. The reason I remember that, because that date is significant to me, and it's not my birthday. I'm a Scorpion, if you want to go by zodiac. My husband is an Aries, but I'm a Scorpion. Yeah, I am. Those Scorpions have that gaze. And my eyes are looking pink because I just woke up. But it was called, Demi Moore played a woman. It was showing that I don't believe in reincarnation, but some things make you wonder. But I just believe in what the word says. And then there are some parts of the Bible that are missing, like they call them missing scriptures or whatever. But Demi Moore, what was the name of this movie? And my husband is asleep. He knows what I'm talking about. I used to watch it over and over. My husband used to make fun of me. How many times can you watch this movie over and over? Demi Moore played, this is going over 41 minutes. Honey, if you bored, I am that one. If you're driving to work, if you just want to hear my voice, if you're trying to stay woke, I am the one, like Prince say. Don't let me put on Prince. Let me put on Prince. If you're thinking about this and that, I'm going to put it on the next video. How about that?